Yeah. My name is Mr. Jamoye Titus Olu. I'm the General Secretary, Lagos Mail and Sawmill Association. In recent, the project have taken numbers of years, and then as a General Secretary, I came in as a General Secretary in 2007, while our current President was formerly the General Secretary. I'm referring to Alhaji G.A.O. Nikeku. So after my appointment as the General Secretary of Sawmill Association, I was involved in all the activities of relocation of sawmill from Okobaba, Ebutemeta, to Agbowa Uwikosi. It takes a number of years, and we work with numbers of permanent secretaries. Taking back to Ajayi as permanent secretary then. We have numbers of permanent secretary until everybody tries their best. But most of the activities then was based on official arrangement, protocol. Until we have Engineer Nuruddin Olalekan Sodende as the permanent secretary in 2024. He took over around January 2024, and he paid the first official visit to this site, Agbowa Uwikosi, Timberville, around April. Got in here, he was so amazed that a lot of projects have gone. Why are we still at Okobaba for years without moving from Ebutemeta to Agbowa Uwikosi, Timberville? He asked numbers of questions from us. We are giving him story and explanation. He said all our story are not for him. What he's after is action. The first question he asked from us is that when are we moving out of Okobaba to Agbowa Uwikosi? We now explain that there are some basic things that needs to be in place before we can move. He tried to know what are the basic funds. One, the whole place already have become bushy, weedy, and the water side of it that we refer to as low preparation area, it has been covered with the water housing. And the artillery services sheds that we're supposed to work with, because without the artillery sheds, the maize sawmill cannot work. They render a service work to the sawmill. And by that time, the whole sheds, the artillery sheds, had collapsed. He now said, how do we do it? They proposed to the contractor, because the contractor they now proposed to, that he should take over to go and construct the artillery sheds, are not the original one that did it initially before it collapsed. And the other bandsaw shed, there's the sawmill, actually where the engines operate, were done by this original contractor. So what government was trying to do then was to now give these artillery sheds back to them for them to construct. We agree with them, but we know it's going to take time, because they too, they are office. They are different from businessmen. Businessmen, they decide, they take decision under 2 hours, 1 hour, it is effective. we now discuss with the engineer, the PS in question. Now, please, we have advice for you. He said, what is the advice? Why can't you allow the sawmill association to construct the artillery set by themselves? One, we are a producer of these woods. We are going to use better wood. Two, we're a businessman. We are going to take cognizance of time because we know the value of time. He said in principle that it's possible, and in operational too, it is agreed. It all depends on our relationship with the contractor. He summoned a meeting, inviting the contractor, inviting the sawmiller. We now discuss. We said we don't want to go into the contract, but we want to play our role as a committed sawmiller that have the concern of Mr. Governor and the ministry in mind, because we know what they are passing through, and we know how they are so sincere with this project. We too, we are trying to show our appreciation by contributing our own effort. They tell us to discuss. We discuss with the contractor, we agree on terms. Whatever they are going to provide, we work with it, ready to subsidize where necessary. So at the end of the day, PS agreed, and that was because since we have been discussing with some other officers, they said it's not possible. But Engineer Sosede, I knew him as far back as 1999, while we are doing our MBA. We did our MBA together in Lasso, Lagos State University, Ojo. He's a national man. He only believes in action. He doesn't believe in story. When you are telling, he says, no, what is the action? What is exactly that you know is going to work? You don't want to go into history. Then when we discuss this issue of constructing the auxiliary set by ourselves, with the consent and the agreement with the contractor, he agreed. And they gave us the free hand to operate. Actually, about 140 auxiliary sheds were awarded. But we knew what we need is over 300. But we agree with the 140. From our side, we are able to construct 220 under his supervision. He always believes in action, doesn't believe in story. Don't go to Engineer Sosede and be telling him story. Tell him exactly what will happen and how it will happen. So we are like that. Then he now called us, when are we moving? We said, with what he have done, with his involvement, he contracted out the water housing, and within short time, the water housing was cleared on the log preparation area. He contracted all the repairs of the already buildings on ground, the offices and the sheds, the sawmill shed. It was done because he always visited the site. And when he comes today, next week, you don't want to meet the project at the same point. You want to see the level of the advance on the project. He has been very, very regular on the site with his team. So he called us and we agree on when are we moving. And he give us terms. We agree on just a month to move all our properties from Okobaba to Agbowa Owekosi. He assisted us. You know, he believed Mr. Governor is a governor, is an able governor, and he has a listening ear. We discuss with him how we are going to move, what and what it will involve, especially in the security area. He contacted Mr. Governor, and Mr. Governor gave the approval. I can tell you today, because we know when we want to move out of Okobaba, the resident there and the other boys, they don't want us to move. But with his assistance, through the CSO, approval from the Mr. Governor, he stood by us for a complete 1 month when we were moving all our properties. And he was sure that all the properties and lives were saved. And coming down to Agbowa here, the major hindrance then for operation is electricity. He dedicated a group, a team, handling that electricity with his involvement. We were able to work, try to do all necessary that we make this place operational and that we make the place to be energized. Because this place have been, they have about 10 transformers. But when he came in, this, I can tell you now, all necessary steps, approvals on the energizing of this place have been confirmed. And right now, as I'm speaking with you, the whole transformer were now choking, warming to be connected. They have connected it, but it's only remaining for them to pay the fees for us to start operation. He's a national man. He doesn't believe in other things than achievement, goal. He has a targeted goal and he has a timeline for all his targeted goals. And he always meets up the goals. So we appreciate him. In fact, we appreciate him. I swear out to what he has done in the life of the Sawmill Association and all members of the Sawmill. The accommodation provided by government, initially they said we are going to pay certain amount. That is what he met on table. But when we now discuss with him and we start with him, he now go to the files and he said he discovered that the accommodation in question is part of this project. And government promised in the MOU that they are going to make the provision for that. With that, he tried to meet with Mr. Governor, and with his advice and involvement, Mr. Governor approved all the accommodation to the sawmiller free of charge, zero cost. He did this within less than 8 months. So, and all the members are so happy. We've occupied that accommodation now, and other things that will come, I know he have put it in pipelines. It's already in pipelines. By resigning